Good family. It's your boy Brandon Loves Sports TV. Shout out to the LDBC. I've been putting this off, not wanting to do this video. This is a tough one. I've been avoiding it, but I know I had to post this. So those of y'all that don't know, 5 days ago we lost TV sitcom icon Malcolm-Jamal Warner. He lost his life in Costa Rica. He drowned in the ocean. The undercurrents from last I heard. He was pulled down by the undercurrents, and there were some people there. There weren't no lifeguards, but there were off-duty lifeguards just happened to be there that tried to administer CPR to save his life. But it was by the time they got started on it, it was too late. Just so much I could say about this brother. You know, he's just outside of what he did on TV. We all know Theo Huxtable and Gordon Gartrell and Lana Herman and Cockroach, his friend, and the parties Theo would have. And when his parents went home, Theo was like the free spirit of the family. And, you know, he was like the teenager that got D's on his report card, and his dad got on him, and, you know, all of these things. And, you know, Theo represented like the typical black teenager growing up in a house. You know, he was conflicted because he had successful parents. I had successful parents growing up, and, you know, a lot of the pressures of being a black child growing up in a black family in the 80s, which was when I grew up, 80s and 90s. And, you know, so many of us saw ourselves in Theo Huxtable. And, you know, all the girls loved him. You know, he was a heartthrob. And, you know, the Gordon Gartrell, he was trying to impress this girl named Lana. And, you know, Denise went out there, his sister Denise made him a Gordon Gartrell, her version of a Gordon Gartrell. It just ruined the sweater. You know, just so many memories. Theo, you know, and just even that little spinoff that he did where he was at the community center. It was a short-lived show, and then we went on to Malcolm and Eddie, and then his advocacy work outside of television, you know, for the black community. And just, you know, me have respect for him. Me being a musician myself, you know, he was an accomplished bass player. He was a poet. I used to love his spoken word poetry. Just a very, very multi-talented guy would do something. Yeah, it's very sad, JT, man. Did so much. Okay, let me get you out of here since you want to talk crazy in here. I'm going to show you Shaq. Get you out of here. Put you in timeout. Since you want to talk about some Shaq, I'm going to show you Shaq. Put you in timeout. All right. So if you're gonna make jokes, make them at least try to make them funny. Instead of coming out here when I'm doing a serious video, you want to come here and post something stupid. At least wait till I do my sports content. But you know, just an unfortunate thing that we would lose someone of that magnitude. You know, it's just like, you know, he's not a guy that you would think would die, especially not the tender young age of 54. To die in that fashion. He was on a vacation with his wife and his daughter. And just so sad, just so sad. Just continue to pray for that family and just keep them lifted up in prayer. Oh, what's going on from India? I see you, man. Yeah, we going international, man. I found out that my biggest audience is actually in Canada. You know, I don't even get my most views in the States. So I appreciate you in India, my friend. I appreciate you, man. Alice, I see you. Thanks for the love. Thank you for the love. What's going on, Yusuki? Yeah, man, we lost a good one, man. We lost a legendary, iconic TV sitcom legend, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I like Malcolm and Eddie. That was a funny sitcom. You know, found out later years that Malcolm and Eddie did not get along. They weren't even friends when they did the show. But he said, what Malcolm says, like, we knew how to get that check. We understood that check. You know, later they became friends and they became more respectful of one another. But sometimes you got different guys and different opinions. And that show was I don't know if it was actually filmed in my hometown, but my hometown, Kansas City, Missouri, where I'm from originally, but it was shot. It was based there. I've heard people say it actually was filmed there, so it may have been, but I know Eddie Griffin is actually from Kansas City, he's from my hometown. But just so sad, so sad. There's so much I can say about this brother, just all the things in the community and all the things that he did. And so, just RIP, Malcolm Jamal Warner, TV legend.